with the NHS pension, you can opt out, okay? So a private pension is always advisable. I was really adamant on having this private pension. I've recently started working in A&E, and it's crazy. So some of you be wondering, Belinda, are you working and studying at the same time? And the answer to the question is yes, because at the end of the day, medical school is not going to pay itself. So the question is this salary worth it? That's actually the question that you need to ask yourself. It's
problem in all the feeling. Make you try to enjoy. Make you dance like
Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for joining once again back onto my channel. My name is Belinda, and if you've not already subscribed, please don't forget to press the subscribe button as well as turn on your notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload. So today guys, I'm once again back with another nursing video. This time around guys, I am going to actually tell you guys and show you guys from my own very pay slip how much newly qualified nurses here in the UK get. So I have recently started working, and I could safely say I've been working as a registered nurse now for a month now, all right? And I thought after a month I'm going to come here and do a bit of a video in regards to how much I got at the end of my first month. All right, I'm going to show you guys my very first month's pay slip. So hopefully guys, this will be a very quick video and very straightforward. I thought this video should be an interesting video to make, just for you guys to get some sort of an idea, of course, in regards to how much are newly qualified nurses earning here in the UK, you know, especially for either international students coming to the UK, so they can get some sort of a rough idea how much they are going to be getting if they are working for the NHS, guys. I do want to specify, guys, I'm talking about the NHS. I'm not talking about care home. I'm not talking about private hospital or working as a registered nurse out in the community. I'm specifically talking about NHS hospital, okay, in regards to payments. So that is everything I wanted to talk to you guys about. So if you are interested in knowing actually how much nurses do get, then please keep on watching. So first things first, every year the annual leave goes up by a tiny bit, okay? Nothing that's going to be like a wow factor on your pay slip, okay? But it goes up, all right? Last year it was 24,907. So I believe at this point in time, newly qualified nurses get about, I think it's 25,000 something per annum, guys, per annum. All right, I'm going to try and find it and add it on the screen here. Okay, now I do want to put a disclaimer out there. Obviously it varies from where you are placed and also where you are working. So first things first, if you are a registered nurse within London, you are going to get paid more. People ask why. I'm guessing that's because the cost of living within London is more expensive than the cost of living outside of London, if that makes any sense. So either your money is still going to go to the high expenses associated with living and working within London. So for me personally, I am not in London. I am outside of London, so my salary would be a bit different. So my starting salary was, let me have a look quickly just so I can give you guys the correct figures. Okay, let's see. What are they saying? So as of this year 2022, all right, 2022, the pay scale for newly qualified nurses is 25,655 as of this year. Okay, so that is the pay scale outside of London. So without any further ado, let's get straight into what you guys clicked this video for. So I'm just going to pull up my pay slip and I'm going to try and insert it just over here. So obviously, first things first that you're going to see at the top is employee name, which is me, Miss Belinda. Yeah, for now, all right. And job title is staff nurse. Department is obviously accident emergency. Like I said, A&E. I've recently started working in A&E, and it's crazy. Anyway, location, obviously I'm blurring that, okay, because I don't need nobody looking for me. But obviously it's General Hospital, NHS. Review, band 5, and then there it is at the top of the page. That's it. Annual salary 25,655. I should have checked my pay slip before. Now, I am contracted to 37.5 hours, I believe is for full-time employment, all right? So standard hours, like I said, it's a full-time job, guys, 37.5. So some of you be wondering, Belinda, are you working and studying at the same time? And the answer to the question is yes. At the end of the day, my medical school is not going to pay for itself. I need to find a way to save up and pay for it. So I need to work, okay? So I found a way to work around it, like, you know, I found a way to juggle both, okay, but I'm going to do a separate video for that. Maybe not, I don't know, but you just have to find that fine balance. So I do want to put a disclaimer out there. This is just me working the 37.5 hours. This is not me doing any bank shifts or overtime. So in A&E where I'm working, it's a bit different. We are only working 3 shifts 3 because our breaks are shorter. Okay, so it depends. I know some people work 3 shifts every week for 3 weeks and then 4 shifts for the last week or something along that line. I'm going to try and do a separate video once I decide to pick a bank shift, whether it's worth banking or not. Okay, because sometimes people say, oh, it's not worth it. Some people say it's worth it. But at the end of the day, reality is getting extra money in your pocket is always worth it. How much we're going to get, that's a different discussion. But I will do a different video in regards to that. Now, going back onto this, guys. Tax office name, like I said, I'm based Leicestershire, Northamptonshire. Obviously tax code. Make sure you guys are on the right tax code. I had a conversation with one of my colleagues the other day at work. She started about the same time that I started, or maybe she started a bit earlier. And she was telling me they taxed £900. And I was like, £900 for what? I said, girl, you are on the wrong tax code. You need to get yourself on the right tax code. So she obviously needs to go and call the HMRC and get herself on the tax code. So make sure that you are not placed on emergency tax, because if you are placed on emergency tax, they are going to take more tax than what they are supposed to. Okay, but anyway, you can get your money back. Obviously if they take more, but that is also another process that is a nightmare. Anyway, where were we? So obviously you've got your national insurance number, blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna show you guys how it looks like. So the first thing you're gonna see is your basic pay. Now this will always be the same unless your hourly rate goes up. So currently it's £13.12. That's the hourly rate, okay, for your nursing. It's a bit crap. I know it's not the best of the best, but so if you look at it, it says 162.95. okay, that's the hours, what I got paid for, and the hourly rate. So my basic pay per month is £2,137.92. okay, that's basic, without any bank shifts, without night shifts, without weekends. That is the basic salary. Okay, I'm gonna try and insert the different countries' currency. What is £2,137.92? I'm gonna try and insert that on the screen somewhere here. The US currency exchange, in addition to the Australian currency exchange, South African currency exchange. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so that is how much newly qualified nurses are getting basic salary. Guys, listen, that's before tax deduction. Okay, we haven't gotten to that yet, but we'll still get there. All right, so next, obviously it says bank holiday. I happen to work on the 1st. okay, so they included that in this pay. They paid me for 7.2 hours bank, and then once again that was 94.47. Then night duties obviously pay more as well on nights, or not like wow more, but they happen to pay more on nights. So that came down to £74.79. Next was on a weekend, which was Sunday. Listen, if you ever want to do bank shift or overtime, the best time to work is on Sunday. Sunday happens to be the best hourly pay. All right, so either Saturday night going into Sunday or Sunday long day. That's when you want to work if you really want to make money. All right. So that's all included as well. Now, if you think about all of that together, my total salary for this month, guys, for my very first payslip came down to £2,360.87. okay, so some of you be like, oh, that's not bad, that's great. That is before any sort of deduction. Now, depending on what deductions you have, it may vary. I have 2 deductions on my list. I have the national insurance deduction as well as the NHS pension deduction. Some people, as a student loan deduction, I believe that's if you got student loan, the deduction will show up on your payslip. In my case, however, I have only national insurance as well as the NHS pension 7.1%. Now, I recently found out with the NHS pension that if you don't want them to deduct any sort of money from your pension, you can opt out. Okay, so you've got an option to opt out and obviously bag more of that money. However, for me personally, I am going to continue keeping that NHS pension. On top of that, guy, last year before I completed my final year, I opened a private pension because I was really adamant on having this private pension. So I went along with a private pension called Pension B. The reason I say I went with private pension is because what I've noticed personally is that many people who are for retirement age and have worked maybe 20-30 years for the NHS happen to come back to do the odd bank shift. You can obviously track your pension, how much you have made so far, and you can have a look that if you work up to a certain period, so maybe say now for example retirement age is 68, yeah, and then you work up to a certain period of that, you can see how much money you get. Some people are saying like you get 700, 800. It depends how long you've worked for the NHS and etc. So £800, if you think about it, that's not enough to live on if you have not completed paying for your mortgage and you've got other various expenses. So a private pension is always advisable, and the thing about a private pension is that you don't have to wait for the country's legal retirement age. You can take it out earlier. Once again, guys, it varies from which private pension company you signed up with, but for now I'm going to keep the NHS pensions because it's just something good to have. And then what did I say? National insurance, they took £187. So those two are my deductions. So some of you may say, Belinda, where is your tax? Your tax not there. Now, according to the tax, you have to earn a certain amount of money prior before they start deducting your tax, I believe. So obviously myself, I haven't reached that threshold yet where the tax man is going to come and take the money, okay, but he will come eventually. So we'll keep waiting. So that is basically my deductions, guys. So my total salary that I took home, my net, as they would call it, was 1,942 and 59p. That is what I took home for my very first month's salary as a newly qualified nurse. So basically that, guys, is your standard salary for a newly qualified nurse here in the UK. All right, at this current point in time of 2022. All right, I know that come April they're gonna probably change it because it changes every April if I'm not mistaken. Well, saying that, I do know that there was a pay rise last year. I don't know if that's going to have an impact on this year's increase, but I do know that the minimum wage normally goes up every year. Okay, so at this point in time, guys, that's where we at. It's hard. So we already know there's been a lot of back and forth in regards to how much nurses in the UK are getting. So the question is this salary worth it? That's actually the question that you need to ask yourself. I think personally, in my opinion, the salary to this is not enough. Nurses are not getting paid enough in the UK. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it, but that's the fact of the matter. I think if you are coming from another country and you have gotten a low salary and you're coming to the UK for a bit of a higher salary, obviously if you do get your money, you would be like, it's better than what I was getting. However, if you've been in the UK for quite some time and have never worked elsewhere besides the UK, you would soon come to realize that actually it's not worth it. Do you know what I'm saying? So hence there's been a lot of people who'll be like, you know what, I'm actually leaving the UK. I'm going to go and see if I could migrate to the US over here. So obviously, as some of you may know, I started that process as well. So that's where I'm at the minute. Anyway, guys, this is just something that I thought I should come on here and show you guys so that you guys can have some sort of an idea what the salary is like. So in my next video, guys, I do want to talk to you guys about my preceptorship program because I feel like it is very important to get some sort of an idea what the preceptorship program is about, because I do really want to make a video in regards to that. And yes, guys, I hope you like this video. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And any other future videos you would like me to do, please don't forget to comment that down below, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye.